Buddy, Matt here from Matt Lakes Comics. Today we're bringing on the absolute wonderful, the Montreal Mauler himself, Mr. Comic Mike. How are you?
Thank you very much. I'm doing very great. How are you?
Pretty good. I've seen lately that you've gotten a lot of videos where you've gotten a lot of new stuff that are like number ones, like issue ones and first appearances.
It fits my number one addiction.
I particularly like some of the horror that you've been getting recently. Where are you finding all your stuff?
Some of them are coming from eBay. Some at one particular local comic shop. That they don't get them very often, but when they do, they call me because they know I like it. And some of them come from a website that I buy from in Canada called Capcan Comics.
Capcan, I've seen them before. Do you go visit? I don't remember what his real name is, but I know George is his name. He's in Laval. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
No.
I usually go see Jerry Ross.
Jerry, I know 1 Million Comics. Yeah. He comes to Ottawa quite frequently.
I was just with him on Saturday.
Oh yeah, what did you buy off him?
The last video I did with those Super Friends and
nice.
I went there to do a repair for him, and I can't go there without coming out with stuff.
He actually sold me 17 of the last 18 issues I needed for my DC Comics Presents run a while back. And then I was able to go to and get my last one that I was missing. So
he's got so much stuff. It's
I know.
Insane.
I know Alan bought his first appearance of Matter Eater Lad off of Jerry. So for those that don't know, Jerry is a comic dealer based out of Montreal. He's known as 1 Million Comics. And he does a lot of shows between Montreal and New Brunswick. So between Ottawa and New Brunswick. So he's reasonably well known for people like myself. All right. Before we get much further, let's say hello to everybody in the chat because we don't want to forget them. We've got Jeffrey Darcy and it's Mathman. Oh,
hi Jeffrey.
You know what? Hi Jeffrey. I was talking to my daughter about her math homework that's before this, so it's interesting you say that. We've got the always awesome and here Kay Munin. And
usually he's first, isn't he?
He's usually first, but today he missed it by Jeffrey Darcy came on at 1:46 p.m. So he was the first of the ones this month. We've got Mark from Mark's Archie Comics with us today.
Hey, Mark.
And blah, blah. I can't talk. I guess doing 2 lives in a day is too hard. We've got the amazing and awesome Robbie Joseph,
Robbie the man,
who is going to join Mike and myself on the next Superman show in 2 weeks' time. I understand you guys set that up because he asked me. We've been talking, so
yeah.
And I'm absolutely happy to have the two of you on. You guys got great Superman collections. Second Floor Comics, good to see you. We've got Rob Saint. Hi, Rob.
Hi, Rob.
Kenny Numbers is here. Hi, Kenny. Lau's here. Yes.
Hi, Lau.
And if I may make myself big for a second, I found a place for the spinnies over here. I had to do some serious reorganizations in order to do so. But I found the spinnies. Lyle is here. Hi, Lyle.
Hey, Lyle.
Lyle, we've had Jeff Jack is here. Hi, Jeff.
Hey, Jeff.
Rich is here. And today I decided to go with Rich's t-shirt.
I'm going Deadpool today.
Deadpool. Very cool. Very, very cool. And Nate is here. Hi, Nate.
Hey, Nate. How are you?
Chonko's here.
Chonko.
Good to see you, Chonko. And I think that's everybody so far. That's different in the that's new in the chat. So, Mike, I'm going to make you big. Show us what you got.
All right. First, I would like to mention thank you very much for doing a separate video for your awards. You did not have to do that. I would have been more than happy of you to show them on the show. You very much you deserve those.
Yes, but my Tuesday night show is about the people that I bring on.
I don't
their
mind.
collection.
Yeah,
everybody
like that,
else sees mine.
All right.
So
things like that, I don't mind. Secondly, I'd like to do a shout out to a channel, Comic Showcase Shop. She's got a new channel, a very good channel. She shows weekly. She does weekly pickups, and she does
Comic
some
Showcase Shop.
Comic Showcase Shop.
Yeah, is it shop with just one P or two P's? Like did she go fancy?
One P.
Okay.
And she made me that little logo on my thumbnail where I look really tough and cool.
It actually, I was going to mention you look like you had a new logo, and I thought it was very cool.
Yeah, that's probably what I would have looked like maybe 20 years ago. Now, glad to be back on the show. This show is special to me because this is sort of where I got my start. Maybe I think it was like 7 months ago I was on the show.
That's correct. I don't think you had a channel yet.
I had just had a channel. I think I made my first 2 videos, and you were my first subscriber.
Oh, that is true.
Even before my wife.
Wow.
So, I'm glad to be here with Matt and the Mattverse.
So, first, Second Floor Comics has just joined the Comic Showcase Shop.
Thanks.
Very
She's
cool.
going to appreciate it very much. So first, I'm going to start with a big book because that's the way I roll.
All right.
And the first big book I'm going to show is Amazing Man #1 from 1986.
Amazing Man #1. I haven't seen a copy of that in so long.
The last time I saw this, I think, was in 1986.
86, yeah, just about.
I came across it, and I'm like, wow, I haven't seen this. I got to pick it up. Robbie Joseph's Eat Your Heart Out with your 9.4 Captain Marvels. I got an Amazing Man. Only kidding, Robbie. This is a book I'm going to show my tribute to Robbie. And that's my only Fawcett book, which is Master Comics
Very cool.
#1. So this is the only Fawcett book I have.
Right.
I plan to get more. For these particular books, I'm going to use the Robbie method, which is buy less, but buy better quality ones.
Yes. It's one of the reasons, actually, I haven't got that I only got a Fawcett book for the first time when Chonko sent me one, was because every time I was looking at one, it seemed a little overpriced for what the condition was.
Yeah.
And Alan was with me a couple times where he said, yeah, don't buy this one. It's overpriced. And when they wouldn't negotiate, I was like, okay, that's fine.
Well, if anybody's going to know anything about that genre of books, it's Alan.
Yeah.
Next, this is a book that I just showed in my last video that I just mentioned because it's special to me because this is the cartoon that started me into superheroes, and that is Super Friends #1.
Hello, Angry Otter. That's new. Okay, hold that up again. Sorry, just quickly because I think it was covered by accident there.
Sorry.
Super Friends #1. Now,
yeah.
Toyman and Poison Ivy are on the cover.
Yes.
And that amazes me because Super Friends was considered to be outside of continuity. And
they had a lot of the characters in there.
Yeah. But what I find interesting, if you read the current run of Aquaman, as in the issue that came out last week, Zan is in it from the Wonder Twins.
Okay.
And he doesn't need Jaina anymore to use his powers. He can just turn into water at will now.
So what happens to the rings, the power rings?
I don't know.
Oh.
But they don't need each other to be Wonder Twins anymore. Hi, Biggie.
So now today I'm gonna show books that I have shown on my channel, and I'm gonna show new books that I haven't shown. So these are also recent books that I've shown, and I'm gonna show some books that I got a lot of positive reaction to these books. And there is Reptosaurus #1, Charlton.
Very cool. Very cool. I really need to get more Charlton books.
Return of Conga, #1. And we got Gorgo's Revenge, #1. Now,
if I may, take just a second here. Jason, the Wonder Twins were created to replace Wendy, Marvin, and the Wonder Dog there that they had on the original Super Friends in the first year, because those characters stunk, but they wanted to have young characters. So they brought Zan and Jaina on with Gleek because A, they wanted an animal to replace the dog, but B, because as teenagers, we're supposed to identify with them as they're learning their powers.
Well, of course. Well, when I start, because I mean, in 1973, I was 1 year old. I didn't start watching it until I think 76 or 77. So when I started watching it, the Wonder Twins were there. And I only found out about the other characters later on.
Well, I'm beginning to think that I was groomed to like comics because I saw a picture not too long ago of me at 3 years old with a Super Friends t-shirt on.
Okay, so it was imprinted
It was imprinted on me from birth.
They probably stamped you with a Superman logo.
Mm-hmm.
Now, those Charlton monster characters, I mean, they're not as well known as, hey, Brian, they're not as well known as Godzilla and Kong. So I consider like the Charlton monsters more like the GoBots and the Kong and Godzilla, the Transformers, you know?
Well, when you think about it, Charlton paid so badly, they didn't get the top notch of everybody, right?
Yeah, but the thing is that when I buy books from that era, there's so many books that are done so beautiful, but then these monsters, they didn't draw them as nice. Probably whoever they chose. Next is The Man with X-Ray Eyes, the Gold Key, from 1963. I'm still looking for this movie.
Very nice. You're still looking for the movie, yeah?
Yeah, I can't find the movie. I tried.
Have you tried downloading it at certain sites that we shall not name on YouTube?
I'm gonna have to try.
Mm-hmm.
Next is a Flash Gordon, 1965. This is the Gold Key version. I tried bidding on the one from King, which went a lot more, and I let that one go, and I'll wait until another one presents itself. Mm-hmm. When I posted this on Facebook, not Facebook, on Instagram, I put the song, you know, the the Flash song, Flash Gordon song.
My question about Flash Gordon is: are those reprints or were they original stories for Gold Key?
These, I believe this one is an original. I have to look it up. Mm-hmm. But thing is that because this is the only Flash Gordon book I have, I don't have a reference. So when I read it, it was like, to me, it's a new story, but I have to check if this is a reprint.
No, I asked because Gold Key managed to, when they had Tarzan, when Gold Key and Dell had Tarzan, they did original stories. But when DC got Tarzan, all they did was a Joe Kubert splash page, and then they reprinted.
They reprinted the stories. Yeah, it's possible
from the newspaper strips. So
the next book is a book I probably got the most compliments about, and that is this war book, Undersea Fighting Commandos #1 from 1952.
Very nice.
This is a Louis Ravielli cover. Whenever I say that name, I think ravioli.
I was just thinking that.
It's the Italian in me. But it's a beautiful cover, and I got so many comments on it saying how much it
is a beautiful book. That's it. That looks like it's in mid-grade.
It's a mid-grade, yeah. And they're not easy to find. If you do find them in high grade, it's extremely rare, and you're going to pay a lot of money for that. Next, another war book that I got a lot of compliments on is Tom Holton's Super Green Beret, #1 from 1967. And this one is a kid that gets the powers by putting on this magical beret, and he becomes like a super soldier.
What company is that?
This is Lightning Comic. I think this is Tower Comics.
Very nice.
Yeah. This too is one that I never seen before, and when I came across it, I had to pick it up because, you know, sometimes you wait and you lose. The next two are my first Alex Schomburg cover and my first LB Cole cover. This I blame Alan, because I never used to look for these books until I saw him.
Yeah.
But these are not the crazy expensive ones. This is Bronco Bill this is Bronco Bill. I believe this is number 16 from 1950.
Nice.
But it's a beautiful cover. The colors are so vibrant, and this one is actually a pretty nice grade.
It is. To me, it's always been sad that the Westerns were so popular back then, and they're nothing now. Like, nobody wants them anymore, and like they just sit there.
I know. Unless it's a special key issue, no one really buys them up. But for people that collect that genre, they can get them for pretty cheap.
I know. It used to be the same with war books until about 4 years ago.
Now, next is Foremost Comics, Volume 8, Number 2. This is a really nice cover. So you got some good girl, and this guy here with a really strange-looking head, face.
You would think that if he was out on the ocean like that, his skin would be a little more tan.
Yeah, and he's surfing, so he's got to learn. He's got to be civilized. He learned to surf.
That's right.
So next is my only romance comic that I ever bought. It's called Dream of Love number 1 from 1958. This reprints Dreamback Book of Love. It's got some Frank Bowl and Bob Powell art interior.
That is really cool.
I bought this because this one's in a very high grade. And I figured for 1958 book in high grade, I'm going to take that.
Yes, it's always smart to do that sort of thing.
It's a number 1. So
anytime you can get a 50s book for cheap, yeah, I take it.
So now I'm going to show a few new books that I haven't shown yet on my channel.
Wonderful.
This is a Harvey Thriller book. No, sorry. This is Emmy Enterprises from 1966. It's another version of a Captain Marvel.
Very, very nice.
Now, there's also, if you can see here,
excuse me,
a plastic man.
Yeah. That's the Captain Marvel that can break his body up, right?
Yes, he's an alien he's an alien android who arrived from Earth fleeing the destruction of his planet, and he can detach himself, his head, his arms, everything. And the Plastic Man is also another rip-off Plastic Man. This character lasted only a couple of more issues, and then because of lawsuits or threatened of lawsuits, they canceled it.
I remember that character actually people liked that character for a brief period in the early 2010s. That book was actually hot, like that series.
I never saw that after. And like I said, every time I have a chance, a book that I've never seen, I always like to pick that up. See, now this one is a Harvey Thriller.
Back when Comic Book Resources was still an actual comic book website, not a shill site. They did a really good story on that particular series there, the Captain Marvel one.
Okay,
and I think that was a reaction to the fact that it was picking up at the time.
Next is a Harvey Thriller. This one is called Alarming Adventures number 1, and this one is from 1962.
Nice, giant bugs.
Yeah, this is a mix of a horror sci-fi anthology. A really cool cover. This is John Severin cover.
John Severin. Now that is a guy you don't hear a lot anymore. He used to be bigger, but he seems to have gone the wayside because everybody's into other artists now.
Yeah, but I do have a few of his covers, and they're pretty good.
Even his sister gets more love these days.
Marie
Severin, yes.
Yeah. Next is a Gold Key. I'm assuming this is an Archie ripoff. So Mark's issues with Archie Comics. Maybe you might know this one. Wally, He's the Most from 1962.
It sure looks like it. Teenage
character.
books back. Go ahead.
Character named Wally Brewster, teen humor romance Archie ripoff. At least what I think.
There were so many in the 60s. There was that Wilkin boy. There was a bunch of ones at Marvel, and even Scooter at DC. Like, they were doing a lot of them. And the one too with that played the trumpet, Buzzy, the DC. Like, they did a lot of these ripoff things. That the thing is, no one did it better than Archie, and that's why they survived.
Exactly. Archie is Archie. The original is always the original. Next, these are okay. These one I've shown, one I haven't shown. These are weird books that just attract my attention because they're strange. This is a Drool #1 humor magazine. This is basically like a Mad Magazine style, except a little bit more racy inside. There's a lot of politically incorrect stuff going on in this book.
That works for me.
Yeah, but probably most of the stuff of the 70s has a lot of politically incorrect stuff. And this one here is Mom and Dad's seal of approval.
Oh, well, that's cool. I know that my mom and dad would love if I read that.
Yeah, except when they open the book and they see what's inside.
And my dad didn't hide his stuff too well. That's all I'll say.
This is one I just picked up. Probably Rich would like this one. Feel Good Funnies #1.
Nice.
This is an underground book covered by Gilbert Shelton. I'm not familiar with him at all. It's published by Ripoff Press.
Yeah, I've never seen that one before. That is awesome.
When I saw it, I'm like, oh, wow. I don't know what I was smoking when I decided to buy it, but it's probably whatever this guy is smoking.
Well, it looks like he's got a cigar. So.
Yeah.
Big Nasty has commented, sweet.
Next, this is a series that it ran only 2 issues. One I showed, one I just received last week. And this is I love Wally Wood covers from the 60s. He's very underappreciated, I think. Heroes Inc. And here you get introduction of three characters. You got Cannon.
Yes.
You got Dragonella, and you got a group Misfits.
The Misfits I remember hearing about, and I think I may have read some of their stories through that book. It's been a long time though, so I wouldn't want to remember.
The art in here is beautiful.
It's the guy with the blue skin, right?
Yes, the little one.
Is. Okay. Yeah.
He's called Shag the Beast Boy.
Yes, Shag the Beast Boy. And now that you say that, I have read it.
And the girl is called Mysteria.
Here is Mysteria. Oh yeah, Mysteria. Yes.
Now the thing with this is issue 2.
Apparently, that's a Wally Wood book, according to Jason.
What?
According to Jason, it's a Wally Wood book.
Yes, it is.
Oh, good.
This book, the #2, came out. This is from 1969. The #2 came out in 1976.
Yeah.
And it came out in magazine format.
Which probably saved it from being seen by a lot of kids. That's the one I read.
Probably, yeah.
Yes.
But the thing is that the cover is less raunchy than the other one.
Yes.
Now, here you have the Misfits returning, Cannon, but then you have a new character called Black Angel coming out.
Yeah. Black Angel was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly. My memory of that book is still very fuzzy.
So this I picked up last week when I got my batch of magazines that I bought. Now, next, I've been getting into like funny animal stuff recently. So whenever I find something cool with funny animals, I pick it up. This one is called Hugo #1. This is a magazine format. It's also like for mature readers.
So it's not the Donald Duck goes to the store and the nephews bother him kind of story.
No, not at all. No.
Very cool.
The art isn't very good inside. I took a look at it when I opened it up when I got it. It's black and white, but the art isn't to the par that I usually like. Next is a book I never saw before. It's by ME Enterprises. I couldn't get too much information on this book. It's called Hot Dog #1 from 1954.
Hot Dog #1. That is an interesting look. I wonder if the hot refers to the fact that he looks like he has a temper.
It's a slapstick comedy. He's the
Very
character called Harry the Dog, created by cartoonist George Crenshaw. And
George Crenshaw. Good,
Yeah.
interesting.
and I like the way they did the hot dog is all hot dogs.
Oh, Jeff Jack says he has that.
Yeah, you have that.
Very cool.
So you maybe you know how many issues did this series run, because I could only find one.
Yeah.
Next, this is a book that I have shown. It's my favorite Bugs Bunny cover. This is Bugs Bunny and the Haunted Mountains from 1947.
Beautiful book.
Yeah, because you got
That's
Bugs
one I-
Bunny, it's got horror, it's got bondage.
I'm a big fan of the Looney Tunes characters, not just the cartoons, but the comic books as well. And I love seeing good looking Looney Tunes books like this. This is just absolutely beautiful.
And this one is, I guess it comes from a collection of a collector in Toronto called
Very cool.
what's his name? John Burnett, the proprietor of Dragon Lady Paper Nostalgia, found in Toronto, founded in 1978.
Yeah, I remember hearing the name of this store in the 80s. It's not there anymore, obviously.
Yeah. I didn't know about that store. I contacted Raf's Retro Comics, because he lives in Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked him about that store, and he says, yeah, it was a very well-known store at that time.
Yeah. I remember when I was 12 or 13, one of my goals in life was to get to that store. and not long after, I believe it was closed, or it was certainly not something that I was going to be able to do when I was 14 years old. So.
Well, that's the second book I have from his collection. Actually, that Masters Comics that I showed before comes from that collection too.
Very cool.
Next, this one I've never seen before. Came across it, had to have it. It's mine. It's another #1. The Three Mouseketeers #1 by DC, 1970.
Yes. I love that when around 1968, all the titles like Sugar and Spike and Jerry Lewis and all that stuff were starting to wrap up, and some were canceled and some were canceled. All of them were canceled by like 1970. But DC was still trying to stay in that market with books like that.
Now, this is a volume 2. There was the Three Mouseketeers, I believe, a Golden Age.
Yes.
And this is reprinting the Golden Age stories.
Mm-hmm. Which is something DC also did in the early 70s to save money.
Well, yeah, because look, think about it. You have an archive of a bunch of stories that you can. Every 10 years, there's new collectors that never read those stories. You could recycle them.
Well, that was the key. Like, that's why so many DC books felt like it was the same story 3 to 5 years later, because that was the way Mort Weisinger thought. He thought that, the kids come in about 10, they leave about 13, then we can do the stories again because it's a new batch of 10-year-olds reading it.
That's right. It's look, if we had that kind of business, we would probably do the exact same thing.
Most likely.
Next, this is a book I just picked up last week, and because last week I received. That's why I did quite a few videos. I received like 3 boxes of books from the mail. This one is What a Life Comics #1 from 1957.
Nice.
Now this one reprints stories from What a Life from the Golden Age, because this is also a volume 2.
Nice. And what year did this particular one come out?
1957.
57. And that's a reprint book. Wow.
Yeah. And it's a reprint of the 40s, I believe, late 40s. Sorry, I'm showing all these animal books, but I like them.
I like Funny Animal. I really do. They're one of the genres I think is very under collected, and I always say the phrase, let's put the comic back in the comic book. I'm referring to Funny Animal and Richie Riches and Archie's when I talk about that. I love the jokes. I love comic books.
Well, when I started my channel again and started collecting comics, my goal was to buy back the Batmans and Supermans and the superhero books, which I am doing. But then I started going into other titles, and now I'm like all over the place.
I know, so am I.
So what do you want
that's
me to
why
do?
I did that. That's why I did the video about the my wallet, because I was so unfocused for a while. I was buying up everything just to have stuff for the channel.
Yeah.
And realizing that I didn't necessarily like everything that I'd bought, but
But I'm buying only things that I like. If I don't like it, I won't buy it.
Fair enough.
Because then I'm gonna end up having like 40 boxes of in my house, and I don't have space for that. Next, this is a title. This is a title that I'm gonna be buying more because I love the cover art. The stories are they're really good. You would think that they're for 4 or 5-year-olds, but they're actually not. This is Giggle Comics number 30.
Yes,
from 1946.
That's Super Cat, I believe, in the underneath the Giggle Comics. He was not for kids. No, I don't care what they say.
Super Cat, Duke the Wolf, and Dope the Rabbit.
Yeah.
Now, this one I bought because it was such a cool cover with George Washington on the Delaware River, and he painted himself in there.
Yeah.
And when you look at other books of that series, the covers, there's a lot of them. There's such nice covers. And my last animal book is one that I picked up probably maybe 2 months ago. Frisky Fables, Volume 5, Number 1, from 1949, covered by Al Fargo.
Al Fargo, that's another thing. Golden Age Funny Animal is a lot cheap. It's a good, cheap, easy Golden Age buy.
$3 I paid this.
Exactly.
I mean, it's nowhere near high grade, but it's solid.
Do you know how many 50s Donald Duck Dells I got from 3 to 4? Like condition is 3 to 4, and I paid $5 a piece for. I'm just saying, like I've got like 15 or 16 of them. It's insane.
I believe
nice cheap early Dells.
Because that was an eBay buy, and they had it it was on an auction. They started the bid at $3. And I was watching it, and it was like pretty much, I'm like, no one looks like they're bidding on it. So I did is I put a maximum bid of $5, and I ended up winning it for $3.
Cam Union's comment here about the $3 for a Golden Age comic made me think of that line from Empire. 2 fighters against a Star Destroyer?
Well, look at what I got for $3. And look at what you buy today new for $3.
Yes.
There's
it's not even $3. They're $5, $6.
Yeah. Even like I understand it's not a book that most people are going for, but it's a history. It's like 1947. It's like it's old. Like even like when you read the story, you're reading what was written of the time, and the scenery that's drawn is of the time. So to me, it's cool. And like I said, there's also like not children's stuff in here. Because look, you got animals showing love, and you got some voyeurism.
Yes.
There's subliminal stuff in these books if you look carefully.
Lau, I would actually say the most poorly acted line is "Good, our first catch of the day."
Now I'm gonna show some Batman books because I didn't want to show just animal and stuff.
No, that is great. We've got plenty of time.
Yeah. So basically, I saving my Superman books for the Superman show. So these are recent pickups of Detective Comics 313.
Very nice.
Sheldon Moldoff cover.
Yeah. Shelley Moldoff was very underrated. People, He's the guy's like, he's the oh yeah guy that I refer to, where it's like, oh, and don't forget Moldoff. Oh yeah, he's cool too. Like,
but my opinion, any Batman book that I buy from the early 60s, or in the 50s, Sheldon Moldoff is my go-to artist.
yeah, he is amazing.
And when it gets to like later in the 60s, then I'm gonna want Neil Adams. Or so like of the particular era that I bought that I buy, I have a specific artist in mind of what I like to buy.
It's pretty cool. That's a smart way to do it.
Next, we got Detective Comics 316. This is a really cool cover, nice colors. Also, Sheldon Moldoff cover.
Are you a fan of Infantino?
Not the way he draws Batman's face.
Fair enough.
And Martian Manhunter backup stories.
Yeah, those were good. I had a collection of those. They're great.
Another Detective Comics 320. This one, I love this cover. It's Batman and Robin as the mummy crime fighters.
Yes, one that gets shown quite frequently on the making fun of Batman from this period.
Yeah, because you like, why would you think of a story like this? Like, why? But
maybe they couldn't bring. Maybe they needed to bring their own toilet paper, and that was the only way they could bring it.
So this another Sheldon Moldoff cover. And next, I have Detective Comics 329. This is a Carmine Infantino cover. It's a great cover, except once again, I don't like the way Batman and Robin's faces are drawn.
Yeah, I believe that's the one where they're escaping all the traps, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is like a classic cover that you see like when they show magazines and whatever,
exactly.
Like pictures. It's just that I don't know what it is, but like I like Carmine Infantino, but there was that in the 60s, the way he drew the faces, it was like sometimes they were good, sometimes they weren't.
He was great in Flash, he was great in Mystery in Space. I would say that Batman was his, I don't want to say worst work, but it was not as good as the others. Yeah. It feels rushed.
Because when I think Carmine Infantino, I think Flash normally.
Yeah.
But he did do quite a few Batman covers, and I mean these are what can you do? They're there. I still want them.
Exactly.
They're part of.
They're not bad. They're just not the best.
Yeah, it's just they're so, I don't know. Some people, it just flows the way they do it, and it's like wow. And I also noticed something about the time that Carmine Infantino was doing the Batman covers. If you notice the difference between the vibrant colors between the Sheldon Moldoff era and that time, there is a big difference. And then in the later 60s, it shows more. It was becoming more dark.
Yeah.
And so what can you do?
It also didn't hurt in the fact that I don't remember who did them, but Batman, the series Batman, was not done by Carmine. No. He only did Detective. So, I mean.
Yeah. But the ones that I bought, because I bought a batch of Detective, because for some reason, I can get Detectives at a better price than Batman.
It's always been like that. The reason is that Batman fans know that Detective is a Batman book, but the average casual investor, for example, they hear Detective Comics or Action Comics. It's the same thing with Superman. And they think, well, that's not really a Superman book or a Batman book. It's a bunch of detectives, because in the original times it came out, there were tons of characters. So I find that the anthology books are worth less unless it's a first appearance. Just in general, they're not as in demand.
But the video that I did, my last video where I showed also the Batman Family #1.
Yeah.
When I was doing the research on that, I learned that in the DC implosion in the late 70s, Detective Comics was one of the titles scheduled to be axed.
That's right. And then they decided to axe Batman Family instead.
Yeah, well, not that they axed it, but they put it into
exactly.
You know, and I'm like, thank God they didn't get rid of that series, because I mean, okay, maybe at that time they had to
Your
bad
company,
sales.
Yeah, but your company is named after that book.
That was the
DC
first book.
Comics. So.
The first book, even before Action 1.
Yeah.
But what can you do? It's whoever is in charge at the time. If they don't like a certain title, okay,
well,
that one's going to go.
Selling, and that's the problem. Because in the 70s, the quality of the people working for Batman, the book, was much better than the people that were working for Detective Comics, doing the Batman stories there, and it showed. Because also Batman, I found during the 70s was more of the fantastical stuff, like the Ra's al Ghul's and the where Detective, they were still doing those little one-issue detective stories, and they just weren't selling as well as the Batman title. So,
but because also the Detective Comics also if they had a good backup character, also it helped. During that era, it was always Martian Manhunter.
Yeah, and during the one era, and then Batgirl did well after they combined them. Batgirl was a good backup.
Yes, she was a good backup. There was also the time that there was the Elongated Man backup stories.
Yes, that was the Infantino era.
Yeah, I can't say I don't like him. I preferred Plastic Man.
Yeah. Well, you know that the Elongated Man ended up in DC because DC forgot they had the rights to Plastic Man.
Well, yeah, because he came from Fawcett, didn't? Or was it?
Yeah, he came from Quality Comics.
Quality Comics. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Sorry. Yeah. How do you forget? But I guess.
Well, you know what? When you're in a rush, they were like, "We got to have a stretchy guy because Marvel has a stretchy guy," and so they forgot that there was Plastic Man until someone looked it up to do that story with the Dial H for Hero. And that's when they realized by then Elongated Man had been around for 2 years. So they were like, oh, looks like we had a stretchy here. Well, he's popular. The Elongated Man is a different thing. So,
well, Plastic Man also got more, you could say, publicity. He got his own cartoon.
Exactly.
You know, so for sure he will outsell Elongated Man because he didn't get the push.
Yeah. Is Mike wearing a new or older Deadpool shirt?
A what?
A newer or older Deadpool shirt.
I don't know. Which one is this? This isn't of the movie. He's one of the only Marvel characters that I really like.
Mm-hmm.
I'm currently in a negotiation with somebody to get the first appearance of Deadpool.
Mm-hmm.
We're just haggling a bit on the price. It's not a graded book. I don't mind if the book isn't graded because I'm not big on graded books.
That's right. I understand that.
Because right away, if the book is graded, then they're going to want to ask several $100s more because of this. And it's like, really, really. I put it in a frame and I put it on the back. Looks just as good as for me.
Yeah, and I like to be able to read the darn book.
I also like to read them. I like to display them. I like to also flip them around, change them around. And I buy the, I don't know if you buy them. You know the comic loaders, the thick comic loaders?
Yes.
I buy those when, if it's a book that's of a certain value, I put them in the comic loader, which it protects it. It looks like, but it's, it's more secure in case you drop it. It's not going to dig a corner. So for me, I prefer to have my books ungraded, mostly because me and you are from a generation where this doesn't exist.
Exactly. And even though some people from our generation or older, like Steven, like graded books because it gives them an idea, okay, well, there's no arguing whether it's fine, very fine, or whatever. It says 6.0, and that's fine. I'm great with people who like it. I just don't. I own 2 graded books. One of them is because I actually bought graded on purpose, and the other was I made a bid in an auction thinking someone was going to outbid me, and I ended up stuck with the book.
Oh, okay. So far, my only graded book is the Brother Power the Geek #1 in an 8.5.
Mm-hmm.
I only bought it because when I was buying it, there was 2 of them at the same time on eBay.
Right.
They were both $50, and I said I'd rather pay $50 for the graded book.
Yeah.
And now what ended up happening is I have #2. I didn't read #2 because I can't read #1.
Right. Exactly.
So I just bought another copy, a lower grade copy of #1, so I could read them both. And then I'm going to do a video on Brother Power the Geek because he's a really strange character.
He is.
And
he was one of Joe Simon's last characters for DC, if not his last character.
They trusted him. They said, oh, if he's going to do it.
No, I'm wrong. He helped Jack Kirby with the Sandman in the 70s, that new Sandman.
So now that book there, it's a very, how would I say it, acquired taste.
Yes.
You know,
Brother Power the Geek. I remember when I saw that, I thought that geek must be a very bad word. And then I found out what geek meant originally. And I'm like, yeah, that doesn't fit what we use as geek nowadays. You know, geek being, you know, a strange person that was in a circus.
No, that's true. But also, it's only 2 issues. So how much are you in like the series for, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I paid $50, the graded one. I paid $20, the one I just bought that's not graded. And I think I paid less than $10 for #2. So for that price, you know what? I buy it, and they do look cool.
Mm-hmm.
The covers are really good. I know that they tried to bring him back several times over the years.
He made a couple of appearances in the Vertigo books because he's considered to be one of those strange magical creatures. So he's more considered adult. And
I believe Batman classified him as the same kind of being as Swamp Thing.
Yes. And or Solomon Grundy as well. Not quite real life, pseudo life, they call it.
And then he had to create a contingency plan to, you know, in case he has to
defeat Brother Power the Geek. Yeah. Mike, I want to thank you very much for showing up tonight.
No problem.
It was a lot of fun. I love the books you showed.
Thanks.
One of the reasons I liked your Instagram and your channel in the first place was when you came on my show. You showed such books that I really like personally, and I knew my audience would like, and such and such. And I'm glad to see. I was sad that I voted for you in the awards. In both, I nominated you in the first place.
Yes, I remember that.
And then I voted for you in the finals. Well, obviously, some other people nominated you as well because you made the final 5.
Yeah.
I think personally, like last year, I didn't even get to the final 5. You did. Your brand of stuff, I could see you being the one that takes my title away next year.
Oh, you know what? I'll be there, and I'm gonna give it a go. Yeah. I'm not too disappointed.
That's just a personal thing. I have told anybody who'll listen, Mike knows his stuff. He does a lot of research, and it's good to see.
I'm not disappointed because, like I said, right after, like when they announced the winners, when they first announced the nominations, I think I was like 2 months in, or 2.5 months.
Exactly.
3 months.
And the fact that, and honestly, I wouldn't have nominated you in the first place if I didn't think you were the best one to be nominated in that category.
I appreciate that, Matt. I appreciate
that. Because like I had watched a few others, and I nominate, for example, Chonko. I nominated him in 2 or 3 categories. So I was. It's not a case of, I'm just nominating my friends. I really took the time when it came to nominations. Then when it came to voting, I really sat there to I tried to watch as many channels. Even though I did tend to vote, I will admit I tended to vote for friends in a lot of the cases, but I also did not always necessarily do that. I voted with my conscience and who I thought was best.
But all the friends that you voted for, deserve the shot. It's
Exactly.
not like
That's the point I'm making.
Yeah,
That's the point I'm trying to make.
Like
Like
I said,
I voted against myself in 2 categories, and I still won one of them. Okay, I voted for Bleecker for church over my Superman show, and I voted for K-pop over me in the most entertaining, because K-pop is pretty cool. So I mean,
I'm
like,
glad you won, Matt. It's everybody
I
gets their
appreciate
time.
it.
Everybody gets their time. I'm not in
Yeah.
it for awards. What made me very happy so far doing this is all the people that I've met, like on the channel, the people that watch my videos, that we interact. That is important because these are all people that I never would have met.
This is it. I love the community. I do these videos for the community and for myself, in the sense that I'm doing it because I want to talk about them, because I like these books. I hope you like these books. I like watching other people's because I like to see what books they have. It's one of the reasons I'm a big advocate of the top 10 lists, because that is a quick and easy way for anybody to just pick up, oh, I've got 10 books with women on them, or I've got 10 books with animals, like,
Yeah,
sure, and
I didn't.
And I get to see covers I've never seen.
I didn't start doing it. Like when I started my channel, I wasn't doing it, but I was watching them. And then after, like, I started saying, hey, I got 10 books like that. Because I was just restarting to build my collection all over again.
Mm-hmm.
So if I have 200 books in my collection at the time, sometimes that top 10 is hard to get, as my collection built, I started, and now I'm pretty much weekly in it.
Even now, sometimes I struggle, and Alan will say, dude, you've got this. Oh yeah. So
with the amount of boxes you got behind you,
I know. I want to thank everybody for coming tonight. Nate is having a show on his channel at 8:00. So I'm going to wrap up. Next week, my show will be on at a special time. It'll be on at 8:30 Eastern. My guest will be Uncanny Derek. And unfortunately, we have to change the time with regards to that. That would just fine by me. I mean, but I just hope that everybody understands when it's not 7:00. They don't go, where are you? Is everything okay? That's what I'm trying to explain. So 8:30 next week with Uncanny Derek. We are 53 away from the giveaway. So I'm going to be recording the giveaway announcement video soon, which means which means I'll show off the prizes. Prize number 6 is a bell, as I have revealed, and I will reveal that I will reveal one more prize tonight. Prize number 3 will be this Superman Chronicles Volume 9,
nice.
Which reprints Golden Age stories from Action 4852. Superman 1617, and World's Finest 6.
Those are great ways to get to read those Golden Age books, because those are so expensive if you try to buy them.
Exactly. And it's collections like that let me, read this stuff and get to know where things are. So thank you all for coming tonight, everybody.
Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you, Mike, for joining me tonight. I had a wonderful time.
I always have a great time with you, Matt.
My name is Matt. I like comics. I hope you do too. Now, everybody, go watch Nate. Bye, everybody.
Bye.